All right, once you've completed drawing your fruit still life, what you're going to do is you're going to take your colored pencils and practice shading. Now notice how the bowl is dark around the outside edges and a little bit lighter in the center. The same with the fruit. They're dark around the outside edges where the shadows are more likely to fall. And we want to make those darker in those areas when we go to color it in. So notice around my bowl, on the outside edges of the fruit and on the outside edges of the bowl, I have pushed darker and made it a darker color, and then I started lighter as I got to the center. So as I start my bowl, I'm going to start on the edge, and I'm coloring kind of inwards, like the way the bowl would go. I'm not just going up and down and all over the place. I try to go inwards as much as possible to kind of go along with the curve of the bowl. Now I'm going to start out really dark on the outsides and then get lighter as I go to the center. I can even go back in and fill in that dark blue color to darken it up even more and get really, really light in the middle, so it looks like the light might be hitting the front of my bowl. I could even take black and go around the outside edges even more to make it even darker, like a big shadow. Now on my fruits, if you notice on the fruits, sometimes there's some little darker areas and lighter areas, and I want to try to replicate that on my fruits. Yellow is a little bit hard because the dark and the light colors kind of look like hard to tell the differentiate between the two. So I do dark and then I'm going to do light on this side, but then I'm going to go back in with a brown color and kind of just add some brown shading in with the yellow dark area right there, just to kind of darken it up just a bit more to make it look more like a shadow. And you're going to do the same thing with your other fruits. Find the colors that you see in the fruit. So like this one I'm going to work on right here is like oranges and reds in it. So pick the colors that you see in your fruit. And again, the outside edges are going to be a little bit darker, and then you're going to get lighter as you work towards the middle or the center of the fruit. You're going to do this with every single fruit, so just pick out the colors you see and then start shading. Don't forget to shade the table too at the bottom and leave like a nice little shadow on the side so it looks like the bowl is actually sitting on the table, a little bit more realistic. So with this orange, I'm going to go a little bit lighter, and then I knew I saw red in this peach or orange, or I'm not sure what kind of fruit this is, but after I get done with my orange, I think I'm going to add a little bit of that red color that I saw inside of the fruit there as well. And let's see. So maybe a little dark in one area where there might be like a little dent, and a little bit lighter in some areas to make my fruit. So you're just going to go around and do the same thing with each of the fruits. And then, like I said, don't forget to do like what colors you see in each one. Like the bananas, I see greens, blacks, browns, yellows. And then don't forget the table at the bottom. So see how I shaded my table and then made it darker where I think there's a shadow next to the bowl.